girl with a spider head, a toy baby that lives, and toys that look like illnesses. These are the 10 creepiest toys no kid would want as a present. Number 10, Little Miss Muffet action figure. This toy is the creepiest one on the list. It looks like something out of a bad dream's bad dream. Yeah, that bad. The weirdest part of this toy is that it comes from a children's rhyme. How do you make something so wholesome look so bad? The action figure toy was made by McFarlane's Monsters. It shows a large spider eating the head of a little girl. That's the sickest thing. The rhyme that the toy comes from was popular in 1805 and told the story of Little Miss Muffet. The little girl was scared by a large spider, but the rhyme didn't say anything about the bug eating her head. Instead, it says she ran away from the spider. Looks like the toy makers at McFarlane's Monsters read a different rhyme when they were kids, because the spider in the rhyme wasn't even that large. It was a tiny spider. But since Little Miss Muffet was still only a child, it looked big to her. Let's not forget that lots of people are afraid of spiders, so making a toy like this is both weird and creepy. Number 9, Baby Alive. Baby Alive is a toy that feels like it's a real baby. It was made by Hasbro. It has the one thing that people don't like about babies: wetting themselves. The toy first came out in 1973 and was made to look like a real baby. It could eat, drink, and pee itself. The first one came with some food packets for kids to mix with water and serve the doll. There was even a spoon to use. After eating the food, the doll would then go a number 1 and 2 in the diaper. Sometimes it just throws it back up in your face. How nice. Now we have a toy that could get sick and dirty itself. But they didn't stop there. In 1992, they made another type of Baby Alive. These ones came with some sensors in the doll, which called out when the doll wanted to go a number 1 or 2. If that wasn't bad enough, the speakers in the dolls were not well made. As a result, they could spoil easily and start to sound like an older person. Imagine turning your back on a doll only to hear a deep adult voice saying, "I have to go potty." Number 8, Flapjack Toys symptoms. Remember that time that kids loved to be sick? You don't? How about the time when kids liked playing with germs and diseases? Still don't remember? Well, neither do we. Only Flapjack Toy attended that meeting because they made action dolls for symptoms of illnesses like depression, dry skin, hot flashes, and headaches. Just what we were missing. As creepy as this toy was, many people bought them to use as gag gifts to family and friends. What makes it even weirder is that the toys come in a new package not used with other toys. Each of the action figures came in a pill bottle, which has details about how to cure the symptoms, teaches kids about medicines. We don't remember anyone asking for it though. Once you open the bottle, sitting inside is a creepy tiny doll with large eyes and a particular symptom. Number 7, Crazy for You Teddy Bear. Imagine a teddy bear that loves you so much that it went cuckoo. No, not in a good way. This toy from Vermont Teddy Bear Company doesn't take no for an answer. In 2005, toy makers at the company had the bright idea to make a bear that is literally crazy about you for Valentine's Day. While we can appreciate the idea behind the toy, putting the bear into a straitjacket and binding its arms makes us think about a lot of things. What happens when we set the teddy bear free? How crazy is it? Would it let kids play with other toys? Needless to say, not many people were happy with the toy, especially advocates of mental illnesses. The toy showed people with mental problems in a bad way and is more creepy than romantic. Number 6, the Avenging Unicorn playset. It's best if you don't have this toy, because if you did and mistakenly threw it down the stairs, well, there's no sleep for you that night. While we usually think of unicorns as cute horses with rainbow tails or pretty horns, the one from Accoutrements did not think so. Called the Avenging Unicorn playset, this unicorn was out to get all that wronged it. In the box were 4 action figures: a unicorn, a mime, a woman, and a man. The unicorn has 4 horns, which you could change on its head. Each of the horns go through the other 3 action figures as the unicorn kills them. We can't help but wonder what any of them did to the unicorn that made it hunt them down. No one touches the angry unicorn. Number 5, Classic Mr. Potato Head. Mr. Potato Head was one of our favorite characters in Toy Story. He had a mind of his own and was as silly as they came. It was a beautiful toy in the cartoon, so we didn't expect it would be on this list right now. Well, until we saw the Mr. Potato Head toy from 1952. The toy came with some plastic eyes, ears, and a mouth with pegs. You were supposed to add them to a real potato. Yep, you heard that right. After adding the pegs to a potato, kids just had to play with that. The toy gets creepier as the potato goes bad, making it fall apart as kids played. It wasn't until the second time the toy came out that we got a toy potato body. Number 4, Gooey Louie. For a long time, toy makers have tried to add bodily fluids into many toys. It's why we have slime toys and dolls that go to the bathroom. Meet Gooey Louie, another toy that tried this trend. Out of the box, the toy was as terrifying as they came. It had a large nose and huge, bulging eyes. The toy was used as a game. You got little tiny fingertips, which you put into Louie's nose to remove the gel boogers, which were green and looked like the real thing. Disgusting! If you push the little fingertip a little too far up Louie's nose, you kill him, and his head bursts open with his brain popping out. This toy went from 0 to 10 really fast. The toy first came to be in 1995. It was made by Goliath Games. It came with a lot of toy boogers to stick into Louie's nose. How nice of them. Creepy and gross at the same time. Number 3, Airport Security Play Set. After what happened on 9/11, Playmobil came out with a toy that was both creepy and bad of them. The Security Checkpoint Play Set is a toy set in an airport. We see 2 security guards at a checkpoint and they're scanning a traveler. To play, kids had to make the action figures go through the door, while their suitcase was put into an X-ray machine. In 9/11, when the toy first came out, the United States were talking about security problems in the airport. So making a toy that teaches children about problems in the real world at that time was not a great idea. Let's just say many people were not happy with the toy. Number 2, Ebola plush toy. Does anybody want a virus for a toy? No? How about one that started from Africa? Still no? Well, too bad, somebody already made it. The Ebola virus plush toy was made by Drew Oliver's Giant Microbes. The toy was made to look like the tiny viruses that cause the disease. Ebola wasn't like having a runny nose. It killed a lot of people then and still kills some people now. So such a toy was not the best idea the toy makers had. It turned out that Drew Oliver's Giant Microbes only made the toys to teach people about the disease and help them laugh a little. They even joined many charities to help with the disease. But even though they meant well, the toy was creepy and not well thought out. Now on to the moment you've all been waiting for. Number 1, Remote Control Cockroach. Lots of people hate bugs. Think spiders and cockroaches, for example. So toys that look like bugs are not liked much, whether they're made from good or plastic. But it gets worse when these toys are made to move like real things. Now that's just way too creepy for comfort. You'd think that everyone knows better than to make such toys, but you'd be wrong. The geniuses at Night Lions Tech made a cockroach toy that you could control with a remote. That is, the toy could move up and down, left and right like a real cockroach. Thankfully, it can't fly. If it could, we'd be on our way to Mars right now. The cockroach toy is about 15 inches long. It looks like a cockroach in every way, from the color to the legs to the antenna. This is the best toy for pranking your friends and family, but it's also a very creepy toy to have. Like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon.